Well, hello everyone. This is Rob from Outdoor Travel Channel. We're kind of testing out some new equipment here. Turns out we made a video prior to this and apparently didn't know how to save it. So this is kind of a second chance to do that. So the main purpose of this show is to first of all say thank you. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for watching our videos. We really appreciate the support that we've gotten with RV Talk Radio. Oh my gosh, that show's going nuts. And also some announcements kind of tell you some of the things that are going on. So one of the main things we wanted to talk about was we've incorporated more to all of our shows through radio. And so our biggest announcement is we have a main company called Cutting Edge Radio Network. And with Cutting Edge Radio Network, we've created 2 radio stations and we have the 3 podcasts. And now they're all under the same umbrella. And what's kind of cool about that is now our shows go so far, much farther than just YouTube or Facebook. So, for example, RV Talk Radio is syndicated now on a main show. In fact, let me just put some of the logos up. Under our main show called Good Talk Radio. Under Good Talk Radio, we have lots of talk shows and stuff, but we did put 2 time scheduled times on that program to have RV Talk Radio on it. And there's lots of other shows other than just our shows, but it's really been fun. And we wanted to kind of let people know that there is people out there doing blogs and there's people doing all kinds of stuff, and maybe they even wish to do something on the internet, on the radio. If you're interested in creating a show or having a podcast syndicated on one of our main radio stations, it goes well beyond just Arizona where we're at. It's worldwide. So yeah, well, we love to hear from you. One of the things that we're kind of getting used to is how to deal with the chat. So if you're watching and you have a chance to just say hello, we'd appreciate it so we can interface with you properly and get used to our cameras and things like that. Our interface allows us to change our pictures, change our modes, things like that. So that's kind of something I'm testing here a little bit. But the big thing is just to let you know that RV Talk Radio is also featured on 2 other platforms. One is called Speaker. If some of you have done Speaker before, you can find us there now, which is a little faster platform. So if you're having trouble with streaming from the website, just go to Speaker and you can stream from there. And then within just a matter of days, we'll be in iHeartRadio. So we're kind of excited about that. So just to kind of review on the radio stations, we have Good Talk Radio now, which has all kinds of cool stuff on it beyond just outdoor stuff. Feel free to check it out. Go to goodtalkradio.com, go to the schedule, and you can see when RV Talk Radio is playing, and also Arizona Talk Radio. The next thing you'll see is we have Good Music Radio, which is a regular radio station that's designed for traveling. It's designed to it plays music. It's a licensed music station. It's really good music. It's got a library beyond your belief. You just won't believe how much we get on that. And we liked it because you can go anywhere and hear, as long as you can get to the internet, you can hear good music radio, and that's kind of cool. So the 3 podcasts, by the way, we have is obviously RV Talk Radio, which is going nuts, and we really appreciate you guys listening to the show. We also have Arizona Talk Radio, which is a fairly new program, and we also created, especially for RVers, is Good Old Radio.com. Good Old Radio. And what that is old time radio shows. Some of us that grew up with some of those really good shows like Gunsmoke and Have Gun Will Travel and Inner Sanctum and tons of other things. They're great because on a pod, you guys know on your cell phone you can set up free podcast software, and just put in the search RV Talk Radio, and voila, there we are. And you just turn your cell phone into like a transistor radio. You can also do the same thing with GoodOldRadio.com. That one's great because then we have hundreds of different shows on there that are old time radio shows, and you can have a lot of fun with that. And so those are great because typically those shows are like a half hour long, so they're great when you're going for walks. They're great for when you're riding your bike, great for RVing. And so some of the things we created are for RVing. It's just different. It's radio shows and podcasts and things to support RVers and outdoor travel folks. And we that's kind of been the goal. And once again, I wanted to remind you guys, please say hello through the live chat. We're still kind of getting used to interfacing with YouTube. This is our very first, well, it's kind of our second, our very first live feed that we've ever done. We're incorporating new equipment. So what you may have noticed is typically you see people doing their shows. I talk with my hands a lot. Good thing I'm doing a show on YouTube. A lot of people use the camera in their computer, and you get kind of that broad look and stuff. We incorporated our video equipment into doing live streaming, so that took a little doing. And so this is why we're kind of creating a show like this. And people laugh, and you may say, "Oh, yeah, well, he's goofing up and he's making mistakes," and I understand that, but I hope what people get out of all the things we ever do is, if you have something you want to do it, try it, make mistakes. Some people laugh at you. That's how it goes. But the bottom line is, just dive in, try this stuff, and see what works for you. So the big thing I want to make sure we really get the message out is Merry Christmas and Happy holidays to all you folks out there, RVers and travelers and boaters and cookers and all that kind of stuff. We've had so much fun with you guys this year. Every channel, every podcast, every radio show has been growing thanks to you. We appreciate it, and we appreciate your support. And we urge you, any of the shows you like, any of our podcasts, any of our radio broadcasts, please share them. Let people know about them, because it's up to you and our listeners to help us get these shows out. And we're trying to create something so much more than just doing a video or Facebook. We're trying to also have these resources of radio to use while you're traveling. And of course, we want your feedback. And don't hesitate to give us your feedback. Don't hesitate to pro or con. As long as you're professional, we definitely respond positive to that stuff. So once again, we're very grateful to everyone. Sherry and I have had a great time with everyone this year, and just want to remind you about all the different shows we have here. Good Old Radio, Good Talk Radio. Obviously, guys know about RV Travel Buddy, Talk Radio, and Good Music Radio. And reminder that whole thing is under Cutting Edge Radio Network. So if it's something you're interested in and like to know more about doing a show, or like to get involved with us, don't hesitate to give us a holler. We'd love to have you. So once again, from me and Sherry, I want to thank you for spending some time with us here. I appreciate you guys taking the time to be our guinea pigs as we're doing some of our first feeds. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to tell you about is we are working with another group, Three Tails RV, to do a kind of a outdoor RV related show on a weekly basis once we get all the everything coordinated, and of course with your help watching this show, to talk about all these different issues going on out there, and let you guys direct the show the way you want to. We'll kind of put together a format, but we're going to let it be driven by the chat and by the questions that come in for the feedback. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. So anyway, I wanted to take the time to once again thank you. Please stay tuned for a lot of new things that we're getting ready to do, and I hope you enjoy it. So have a very Merry Christmas and a great holiday, and hopefully I can shut this thing off properly without looking too silly. So take care, guys. Thank you.